Well, did you meet your handsome prince?
He never came.
What do you mean? Of course he came.
I don't think so. I never met him.
But of course he came. The agency said he stopped by your address on... where is that? Thursday. Did he not?
What?
Let me reconfirm your address. This is correct, isn't it?
Yeah, this is right.
Then he most certainly did go to the right house.
But I didn't see him.
Didn't anyone come by your house this week?
I mean, yes, but...
That was him.
You mean the...
That was him.
The Walmart delivery man?
You missed him.
What?
You missed him!
How was I supposed to know that that was him?
Of course it was him. He was in disguise.
Disguise?
Yes. You think we could just send Princess to your door in all the royal glory? The protagonist industry especially is notoriously difficult for our princes. So without a disguise, he'd get assaulted.
Oh.
That prince was worth millions of dollars, my dear. Please tell me you at least gave him your number.
I did.
You did. Thank goodness.
My PIN number.
What?
I gave him my PIN number to pay for the groceries.
Do you have any idea what this means?
Save money, live better.
No. You just missed your one chance at true love, my dear. And that means...
I'm fired.
Please stop catastrophizing everything. You and I both know the agency has blown far too much money on you to turn back now. And so, due to your slim chances of survival, success, and your now lack of prince, we're going to have to take drastic measures to ensure your debut. I'm going to have to file for a secondary protagonist, which is indeed a great inconvenience. Millions of dollars.
Oh. I'm so sorry.
Well, it's nothing we haven't done before, and secondary protagonists are known to bring success to a story, so it's not all bad.
What is a secondary protagonist exactly?
Well, a little bit like you, only not. Matching you in beauty, surpassing you in skill and brain, but only half the spotlight and recognition. Think Benno, Tsarevna, Ali, Gulnare, Espada, Mercedes, and even the Lilac Fairy. Secondary protagonists may have a minor role when it comes to the grand scheme of your story, although they may step in during a pivotal moment in the plot. But regardless, a secondary protagonist may assist you greatly. As you know quite well, it is quite taxing being a protagonist, so a secondary protagonist can support you by dancing at sporadic times throughout the day in order to give you a short reprieve between major plot points. Sometimes, such as the case of Gulnara or Gamzati, they could hold an entire pas de deux while you take some much-needed rest. Although Gamzati is one of our special ones, technically she's under a dual contract, both as a secondary lead and antagonist, which resulted in her receiving the benefits of both contracts. An antagonist position, but with a distinct character arc and a significant amount of internal monologue and, of course, a killer variation. Our most versatile talent, truly. In addition to the dancing, your secondary protagonist will often provide assistance and support in times of need. Think of Ali, who was, by the way, trillions of dollars, so don't feel too badly, my dear. He not only valiantly defended both his protagonists, Conrad and Medora, on multiple occasions, but also assisted in the Grand Pas de Deux, and of course held his own in a killer variation.
Sounds like quite a guy.
He was one of my better decisions. We were lucky to have scouted him. That being said, secondary leads are not limited to serving as the protagonist's friend or companion. They can also serve as a benevolent guide or even divine protection. The Lilac Fairy, of course, is a wonderful example of this. For while the ballet centers on our protagonist, Princess Aurora, the Lilac Fairy plays a pivotal part in the story, not only protecting Aurora from the curse, but countering it with her own divine prophecy and bringing it to full fruition by the end of the ballet. And, of course,
a killer variation.
Exactly.
Do all secondary protagonists get a killer variation?
if they wish it. We discuss these kinds of things with them on a case-by-case basis to negotiate a personalized secondary lead benefits package. Gulnair, for instance, requested not one, but 2 variations and a pas de deux throughout the ballet, whereas Benno only requested a pas de trois and for him not to be seen again after second act. So that's sort of the basics on our secondary protagonist. But now let's go over the details of potentially adding a secondary protagonist into your story, and then you can tell me if that's something you'd like to seriously consider.
That'd be great.
Firstly, your greeting. This is important. Otherwise, the public won't be able to differentiate your secondary protagonist from any other supporting character. When greeting your secondary protagonist, you must always gently embrace them by both shoulders. If you look at any protagonist and secondary lead dynamic, you will see that this is a general courtesy. And now there's the discussion of a male versus female secondary protagonist. A male secondary protagonist will generally serve as your subject, your friend, or at times even your servant. They will celebrate you in your successes, defend you with their lives, and offer advice in your most trying times. In addition to that, they will show extreme loyalty and will seek to go with you in any danger you may face. As for our female secondary protagonists, they will most likely become your confidant and closest friend. They too will also be loyal to your friendship and may even provide divine direction or protection. Though they may not be as invincible as our male characters, they will still sacrifice all for you and make it their mission to ensure you always look your best.
A female secondary lead sounds great.
I'm so glad we agree, although I will warn you of one main drawback that we tend to get with secondary protagonists. And the singular risk is that, on occasion, the secondary protagonist variation and/or pas de deux may outshine your own. But that's just something you would have to come to terms with. And I trust you to be fine with that.
I don't think I'd mind too much. Honestly, I think she'd deserve it.
After looking after you and carrying you through your ballet, she would. Then it's settled, dear. I'll bring it up to management and file for a secondary protagonist for you. I will see about the interviews myself, taking into consideration your preference for a female secondary lead, your marked inexperience in the industry, and of course the peanut allergy. I do have a couple of individuals in mind already, but I will keep you posted and let you know when I have found the perfect candidate.
That was it.
Okay. Sorry. You missed him. You missed You missed him! Okay. Ethan's like dying in the chair over here. So of course he would need a disguise. He'd get assaulted.
I'm just imagining a prince walking down the street getting jumped. It's kind of accurate though.
It is accurate, actually.
Princes always get jumped, you guys.
Literally every prince in ballet, I mean, you can just watch any ballet. Every prince will get jumped somehow or other throughout the course of the ballet. Maybe more than once. That prince was worth millions. I know. Which is indeed a great inconvenience. Whereas Benno only requested a pas de trois and for him not to be seen again after second act. Eden literally just added that line in, like, on set, like, just now.
The Walmart delivery man?
How was I supposed to know that that was him?
He didn't look very handsome. He couldn't have been a handsome prince, maybe.
Heavy disguise.
Heavy disguises, everybody.
Perfect. And cut. Yay!
I am so happy we managed to get this done. Y'all, this has been fun. Hope you enjoyed episode 5 and we will see you in episode 6.